George couldn't figure out why Bill was adding dirt to the dirt.
Compost isn't just dirt. Take leaves, grass, leftover food, mix it in a hole with air, dirt, and water. Compost!
It didn't smell like leftovers.
It's food for plants. After all, plants get hungry too. Wow. Thanks for doing the dishes without being asked, George. But I wasn't finished eating. Well, okay. I'll be in my room reading if you need me.
George needed dirt. Hundley noticed George. George and dirt. George and dirt and leaves. This was not good. George had it all. It was enough for their plants. But what about the poor lobby plants? What about all the starving plants? George needed to make enough for everybody.
I didn't buy strawberries.
Hundley smelled a tree. Or a watermelon. A watermelon tree?
Spaghetti? No. Fruit. Fruit-getti? What? Where? Hey, Hundley. I bet your nose can get to the bottom of this.
Hundley's nose was the perfect tool for this job.
Why is my flour jar here? Oh. George? Huh? George, you can make compost in the city, just not in the house. It needs a proper bin. So it gets the right amount of air and light and doesn't smell or give me weird dreams. We're gonna have a lot of leftover compost.
Did someone say compost? My tropical plants could use some composting.
Ooh, compost bins. Oh, my tea roses would love some.
A few weeks later, the building had the healthiest plants on the block.
Ew.
George?
Bedtime in the city, when all little monkeys like to hear a good story. Of all the bedtime stories, Double O Doggy was George's favorite.
It's a super spy's job to discover secrets, and Double O Doggy is the best. He has lots of tools to help him. Oh, that's a periscope, remember? Well, inside the tube are two mirrors. The mirror at this end reflects whatever it's pointing at to a mirror at this end. That way, Double O Doggy can see things without being seen himself. All right. Good night, little spy monkey.
The next day, George started practicing to be a super spy like Double O Doggy.
George, if you have any paper to recycle, put it in this bin, okay? George?
A super spy needed a spy name. George became Double O Monkey.
Professor Wiseman, I was wondering, can we meet an hour later?
A super spy had to be smart, quiet, and quick with his hands and feet.
There's this thing I want to get for George. He is going to love it.
Sometimes super spies had to go undercover.
Oh, great. See you then.
He'd only been a super spy for 2 minutes, and Double O Monkey already had his first spy mission. Find out what the man with the yellow hat was going to get him. It took a while to get the angle of the periscope just right. He was gonna need something to hold it all together. At last, Double O Monkey had his spy periscope. And not a moment too soon. Except maybe Charky. How could he keep his eye on the man with the yellow hat now?
You wouldn't be a spy monkey, would you? Did you make this? Wow, this is very good. Really? But you know, it's not nice to spy on people. And can ruin surprises like this. Now, do you want an official Double O Doggy periscope, or would you rather just make another one? You want both?
When you're a super spy monkey, you need lots of ways to keep your eyes on things.
Most mornings, George went out on the porch to find the paper. This morning, the paper found George.
Sorry.
George wished he could be a paper boy someday. But he didn't even know how to ride a bike. Not yet, anyway.
This? Why, this was my bike when I was a boy. I sure had fun. But it was a long time ago.
George liked knowing the man with the yellow hat was holding him up. By the third day, he rode so fast the man with the yellow hat couldn't keep up.
Very good, George. I think you're ready to ride on the road. Now remember, always watch where you're going, stay on the right side of the road, and signal turns, like this for left and this for right. That's it. Oh, and be a good little monkey cyclist. Bye-bye.
Wow! Great trick! Sorry I came out so fast, but I'm gonna be late for school. Hey, could you finish my paper route?
Trusted with a paper route. It was like George's wish had just been granted.
Every house on the road gets a paper, including the houses across the stream.
Yes, George had become just like a real paper boy. Nothing would stop him from completing his route. The last time they came to the stream, the man with the yellow hat made paper boats. George thought he remembered how. His boat was so good, George decided to make a whole fleet.
Well, hello. You must be a paper boy. That's an important job. Looks like you've delivered them all but one. Another day's hard work almost done, eh?
George couldn't wait for his newspapers to be sun-dried. George had promised Bill he'd deliver all these papers. If it didn't get done, Bill could lose his job. Maybe the man with the yellow hat knew where to get dry papers.
Hey, hold on, George. How about we just buy a few dry papers and deliver them right now?
And so, George was able to finish his route just like a real paper boy.
Maybe I should buy a new bike for myself, too. Sorry.
The world was full of surprises. But George never imagined anything like this. This was the museum's first robot exhibit.
So, what do you think, George? So, easy or what?
I want 10.
This one has a delicate enough grip to perform surgery or do this.
Ooh.
Now, over here are examples of what people imagined robots would be. This is where we'll put your rare models. You will have them here before the opening tonight, right?
Oh, sure, I'll bring them back after I take George home. Thanks. Here, you can drive the Mars rover out.
Wow! Hundley sure loves that.
Okay, George, I have to take that with me. Thanks. I'll see you later.
I never knew Hundley liked robots so much.
That's how George got the idea to make a robot for Hundley to play with. It worked. Hundley thought George was a real robot. Being robotic for a whole hour was tiring. George was ready to get out of that thing. But he didn't want to ruin it for Hundley by letting him see the robot wasn't real. Since he couldn't reach the button, George decided to relax and wait till the elevator came.
Oh, hi, Professor.
Hi, I just came to pick up a small red robot.
You mean the one in the lobby?
He said 2 inches tall, but I guess he meant, 2 feet.
There was the elevator. Finally, George could go home.
Uh-oh, I left it right here.
Oh, no. Someone must have kicked it. Check the floor.
I don't think you could kick that thing across the room.
Oh, sure you could. It's only 2 inches tall.
You mean 2 feet?
I know the difference between inches and feet, Professor.
There's a runaway robot upstairs. It's small, red, and says XF-17 on the side. You got the controls?
What controls? It has no moving parts. George, Professor Wiseman brought you to the museum because she thought you were my XF-17. Yeah, your outfit's so good you almost ended up on exhibit.
Hey, that's a great idea.
Huh?
We promised an XF-17 model. We never said it wouldn't be monkey-powered.
And that's how George became a museum exhibit for a day.
Friday afternoon. A perfect time for a trip. Bottles and newspapers went to the basement. But some things had to be taken to the recycling center.
Hey, looks like you could use a hand. Or maybe another foot. I'm guessing you're going the same way I am. I have to pick up a package for Betsy. The recycling center's right next door. Stick it all in Betsy's wagon. I'll give you a lift. George, are you okay? The wheel! I'll get it! Boy, rolled a long way. I bet you could get it to roll from here to the other end of the park if you wanted. Might even set some sort of wheel rolling record. Say, what do you think? For the record? It's really going. It's gone. Hurry, after it! Oh, where could it be? Oh my gosh, the package place will be closing soon. Come on, we'll find the wheel later. Hey, we're here! With time to spare. Our problems are over. Oh, this is gonna be a problem. Good idea, George. Let's take your stuff to the recycling center. Then we'll have room in the wagon. Hey, what are you doing, George? That won't work. Cuz it's from a baby carriage. It's for babies. I got something better. See? Now this block will hold this corner up. You just pull the wagon, and I'll just push this block of wood along with my foot. You tried one of those, remember? See, there's 3 left. George, that's it! There! Now they're all the same size.
Hey, George, did you help Steve go get my wagon?
Look, I can explain everything. See, I have this crazy idea. I thought if... wait, we didn't go get your wagon. We brought the wagon with us to get your package.
But that's what's in the package. See? Aunt Margaret got me a new wagon since the wheels on my old one kept popping off. What's the matter?
Looks great.
George, I'm so grateful to you for helping Steve. I want you to have my old one.
Too bad we never found the 4th wheel. Those baby carriage wheels won't hold up long.
Ice cream, anybody?
Sure. I wonder what happened to that other wheel. Oh well, some things are just a mystery.
Hey, George! Perfect kite flying weather, huh? Oh, careful. I'll lose control. Flying a kite's all about control. Sorry, I can't turn over control to an inexperienced city kid. This isn't as easy as I make it look. I studied the Beaufort wind scale for 3 years. I never make mistakes. Rats! That's never coming down. Whew, for a city kid, you sure can climb a tree. Not a scratch. Thanks, George. As a reward, I'll let you fly her.
Bill! Billy!
Coming! I promised I'd help Mom gut a pumpkin. I won't be long. You watch the kite till I get back.
George figured he could watch the kite even better while it flew. George was really flying that kite now. Or maybe it was flying him.
You get it okay? Left without saying goodbye. City folk.
It couldn't wait. Boy, for a city kid who never flew a kite before, got her up higher than I ever did. Whoa!
Well, hi, Bill.
You own binoculars?
Sure do.
What's trailing behind that kite?
Oh, it's George. It's George! And he's got a squirrel on his head. Bill, you call the fire department.
Okay. Why?
I don't know. They seem to know how to do everything.
What are you gonna do?
I'm going up there after him. George! George!
It was his friend, the man with the yellow hang glider.
All right, guys, hang on tight. We're going home.
George would never forget the day he was almost a bird. And he added almost being a bird to the list of things squirrels don't like.
You're a natural kite flyer, kid.
Good work. Lunch is ready. Here's some lunch for you too, Jumpy.
It's time to bring her in, George!
Welcome, Giorgio. How is your friend, Capello Giallo Grande? Oh, I can't play. I'm making a very special meal for famous restaurant critic, Sally Tessio.
When she likes a place, business booms. So it's very important that everything be perfect. She has the delicate taste.
You said there'd be fresh bread. I don't see any bread here.
Well, her taste is delicate. But her voice, not so much.
This hard stuff was spaghetti? Didn't smell like anything. George wanted to replace his broken piece. He'd seen the chef put the rest of it in the pot. It didn't smell like much, and the steam coming out was hot. George had to be careful. It had changed. Maybe it wasn't just donut makers. Maybe all kitchens were magic. Here was a pot that turned crisp things into floppy things. What else could it turn floppy? A soft, floppy egg. That'd be funny. Good candidate for floppification. If sugar were soft and floppy, instead of grainy, you could chew it all day like gum. He put some sugar in the floppification pot. It disappeared. Well, this made no sense at all. George was pretty sure the brown thing was a potato. Weird. Green vegetable bats. George knew the chef would be happy with all the fun extra things he'd turned floppy.
Who turned my plain pasta into crowded spoon soup?
Somehow, floppification didn't work on spoons.
Oh, I don't like this at all. But it smells good.
She was right. The longer that stuff stayed in the floppifying pot, the better it smelled.
Do you know there's a cat and a monkey in your kitchen?
The monkey made the stew.
Ooh, quite good.
Oh, but you said you don't like it.
If you made it, it's no good. But for a monkey, woohoo! What's his recipe?
Well,
Never mind, I got it.
Maybe kitchens aren't magic. Maybe it's cooks who are magic.
Yoki, how you can lose so many balls, huh?
Any day that starts out just smelling and ends with a cookie is a pretty great day.
Hey, George! Perfect kite flying weather, huh? Oh, careful. I'll lose control. Flying a kite's all about control. Sorry, I can't turn over control to an inexperienced city kid. This isn't as easy as I make it look. I studied the Beaufort wind scale for 3 years. I never make mistakes. Rats! That's never coming down. Whew, for a city kid, you sure can't climb a tree. Not a scratch. Thanks, George. As a reward, I'll let you fly her. Bill! Billy! Coming! I promised I'd help Mom gut a pumpkin. I won't be long. You watch the kite till I get back.
George figured he could watch the kite even better while it flew. George was really flying that kite now. Or maybe it was flying him.
You get it okay? Left without saying goodbye. City folk.
It couldn't wait. Boy, for a city kid who never flew a kite before, got her up higher than I ever did. Whoa!
Well, hi, Bill.
You own binoculars?
Sure do.
What's trailing behind that kite?
Oh, it's George. It's George? And he's got a squirrel on his head. Bill, you call the fire department.
Okay. Why?
I don't know. They seem to know how to do everything.
What are you gonna do?
I'm going up there after him. George! George!
It was his friend, the man with the yellow hang glider.
All right, guys, hang on tight. We're going home.
George would never forget the day he was almost a bird. And he added almost being a bird to the list of things squirrels don't like.
You're a natural kite flyer, kid.
Good work. Lunch is ready. Here's some lunch for you too, Jumpy.
It's time to bring her in, George!